Thank you very much. I am Ismail Natinarimana again, and this is the third video, which is also the last one. We have covered the first two videos. In this video, I'm just going to cover mainly 3 points. The first one is definition of key terms. Those key terms are the ones in international blending and international trading in general. I will also talk about different benefits of international blending. Finally, we talk about the challenges of international blending. So let me start with the first one, which is different key terms. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is global marketing strategy. It is more of an enumeration of how the marketing process is going to be carried out across different countries. You understand, if it is international, it is going to operate in different countries. So this strategy includes developed strategy of production process, distribution, promotion, as well as pricing strategy that is going to be used in different countries. By trying to put them in Kami's context, it includes how the sneakers will be produced, how they will be distributed, and the prices of them in different countries, because the price in China can be different with the price in France, and be different with the price in India. The second key term is target market and the demographics, and it goes with the customers and their characteristics. Those characteristics are like their locations, their age, their wealth, all of them, their sex. Yeah. For example, the sneaker of Kame, which are going to be sold, they have to be maybe depending on the types of those sneakers. They may be the sneakers of basketball, for example, or running. You understand it's more of sport. So if it's more of sport, you know that men like sport more than, or they are involved in activities of sport more than women. Or in that context, you understand that the target population, the target market is going to be men more than women, and it can also regard with location in the way that, for example, sneakers mainly are bought in a city rather than in rural areas, so it is understandable. Another term is consumer behavior, which goes with individual customers and all activities performed by them toward the purchasing of the product. They can be willing to buy, for example, sneakers with different colors. You understand, they are more of behaviors that they do toward how they are purchasing them. So marketer is there just to consider and value and analyze the feedback that is given from those behaviors, so that to consider them when producing to meet their needs. Another thing is social media marketing, and it is a marketing process, or it's a tactic and a marketing strategy which takes place on social media, online, especially international business, as it is more worldwide. The customers can be ordering throughout social media pages of the business. When developing marketing strategy, this one also needs to be included, especially in international businesses. Another thing is global branding, and it's more for internationalizing the blend of the company from nationwide to worldwide to different countries. Yeah, if a company's brand is, for example, known, it is currently known in America because its main branch is in America. So through operating in different countries or becoming global, it is going to be also known in France, in China, in India, and it can also be known in different countries because there they can meet with different people coming from other countries. There are some of the factors of international branding. The first one is theme-based characteristics. It goes with how the theme is structured, how it is read, and how historically decisions have been made. So if the decisions or the structure, organizational structure is well formed, you understand that also the performance is going to be good, which will also affect in the international blending of it, and it will look like a good to develop very quick. Another factor is product market related factors, which include nature of product, its quality, how the product is. If it is good, you understand that it is going to be known through mouth advertising. The brand is going to become quicker known. Product cultural association, how it is adaptive to the different cultures. Another thing is competitive market structure, how the product is more competitive on the market, on different markets or in different countries. So it will also affect the branding. Another factor is market dynamics, which is another factor for internationalizing brand, and it goes with how the markets work, and it is mainly focuses on political and economic integration. It also focuses on consumer mobility. If the politics, for example, remove the tariff and tariff barriers in the markets, where a given product like sneakers are going to be sold, it will be really easy for a Akame's sneaker brand to become globally known as quick as possible and as easy as possible. The mobility of customers goes with how the customers maybe move from one country to another. For example, Africans can move to the China or India or France, where the sneakers of Akame are being sold, and there the Africans are going to buy them. So the brand also is going to be worldwide, even the Africans. So you understand that it is very interesting. Some of the structures of global brand include corporate dominant blend structure, and it focuses on blending the corporate entity rather than a specific product. In your communist context, you understand it is going to be blending to promote the entity of Akame rather than sneaker as a specific product. Product dominant brand structure is another one which focuses on product. You understand, to focus on sneakers. Another one, which the last one, is hybrid brand structure, which put together two brand structures, and it means that corporate and product, they are going both to be developed in the same way, like the effort that I put are equal. Let me go to the benefits, which is the second point of the talk of today, a benefit of marketing internationally. Well, I will also be specific about the Akame sneaker in global context. The first one is increasing revenues. So if maybe the global marketing strategies developed well and become successful, the revenues that are going to be collected are very higher than the revenues that can be collected in nationwide or in local markets only. So another thing is decreasing competition. If you are acting in different countries, in different areas, there are different areas that can be having a small a small number of competitors. Like some of the location, there may be no people who are maybe selling sneakers in that time. You understand that Akame is going to benefit, so there is decreased competition. Okay, another thing is about currency exchange benefits. For example, if there is an inflation given currency of a given country, where the brand is or the activities of this business are acting, maybe in China or in France, so you understand that they are going to benefit from exchanging, maybe that are increasing if the currency of that country is becoming needed on the international market. Also the product are needed from that country, so it is going to be a benefit to the business. Another thing is enhanced reputation, which is more of international branding. So as you are trading internationally, you are getting known. You are just contracting the name. You are globally being understood, and you are becoming as famous as possible. That even other product that you can sell, it will be very easy. That was about benefits. There are a lot, but those are the one that I have try to pick. Another thing, I'm going just to talk about the challenges that are met in internationalizing of brand. The first one is distance. Is distance where from one country to another is to become somehow a very big distance, a very long distance. Sometimes it takes long to reach to the customer, to the target market, as well as the different demographics. So in that time, you understand it will consume a lot of energy to reach there. Another thing is about diversity of languages and the cultural barriers. Most of the product faces the challenge of finding the cultural way which do sometimes the culture do conflict with the type of product. With the deeper learning of international branding, there must also be the use of maybe one international branding factor, which is product cultural association. It's more of making the product more flexible or adaptive to different cultures, which also tries to minimize this challenge, but it is most of the time met. Another thing is about transport and communication. To manage communication and very well long distance like this, it becomes very problematic. If it becomes international business, it has different stakeholders than the local one. So to manage the communication, there's a lot of people is going to become very problematic. Another thing, a challenge, it's about imports and exports restriction. This goes with the political integration, which was reflected on in market dynamic international blending factor. Some countries put much restriction to the imports or export, depending on the agreement that are between two countries. So this makes it difficult to do international businesses. Another thing, which is the last one, is the study of foreign markets. If you're going to act internationally, you need to learn, to take time to go deeper about the markets on where you are going just to act. So you understand that to take that time, it will consume a lot of energy. All of these are the challenges that are met with the people who are doing international branding. So you understand those challenges, but sometimes they are well managed so that to get the benefit that were also reflected. So thank you very much for watching this video.